Hello, and welcome to a new episode of Modded. Today we're in Terraria, looking at a mod called Calamity, a large mod which adds many hours of new content. To start, this mod features several new difficulty modes, 5 new biomes, a new class, a leveling mechanic, 30 additions to the soundtrack, and the ability to craft some new uncraftable vanilla items. In addition to that, there's a great many new bosses, items, and mechanics. So we won't be able to get into all these, but I have obtained some powerful armor and some powerful weapons, as well as several boss summoners. So I've taken the liberty of defeating the Wall of Flesh here, just to speed things up a bit. No, actually, I beat the Moonlord too. Again, to speed things up, because many of Calamity's bosses are post-Moonlord. That's right, these guys are tougher than him. Way tougher. Which is why I have all these buffs and weapons. Don't worry, when we actually play through the game, we won't be using any cheats at all. Anyway, so let me take a minute describing the setup here. I've got 3 different weapons for us to use. First, which is the Exoblade, dealing over 6,000 damage normally. This is a really powerful melee weapon, and it's not even the strongest weapon in the game. As you can see, I have it set to legendary, so it does 19,000 damage. Not much, right? Next, we have the Contagion, which does about 4,000 damage normally. An excellent ranged weapon. Its power can be greatly extended by modifiers. As you can see, it does 10,000 damage. Last, we have the Fab Staff, a magical item named for the developer of the mod, dealing 800 damage. It's a great backup weapon. As you can see, it does 2,000 damage right now. So, I don't know if you can see this, but I also have these over here equipped. The Demon Shade Helm, 50 defense. Demon Shade Breastplate, also 50, and the Greaves, also 50. They create a friendly red devil, which will shoot at things, which is pretty cool. When you're hit, Shadow Beams and Demon Sights will fire down when you are hit. All attacks inflict the Demon Flame debuff, and you can press Y to enrage nearby enemies with a dark magic spell for 10 seconds. This makes them do 25 more damage, but they also take 125% more damage. Pretty cool. As far as accessories go, we have the Nebulous Core, which summons floating nebulous stars to protect you. As you can see, they're floating around here. You have a 10% chance of surviving an attack that would have killed you normally. If this effect activates, you'll be healed by 100 HP. We have the Elemental Gauntlet. Melee attacks and projectiles inflict most debuffs. 15% increased melee speed damage and 5% increased melee critical strike chance. Increased invincibility after taking damage, temporary immunity to lava, and increased melee knockback, and melee attacks have a chance to instantly kill normal enemies, which is pretty cool. Now we have the Eldritch Soul Artifact, which boosts melee speed by 10%, shoot speed by 25%, rogue damage by 15%, max minions by 2, and reduces mana cost by a lot, I'm sure. I don't know, I can't see it because my screen's messed up. Blood Flare Core. When below 50% life, you gain 5% increased damage reduction and 10% increased damage. When below 15% life, you get 10% increased damage reduction and 20% increased damage. When below 100 defense, you gain 50% increased damage. And last, we have the Amalgamated Brain. 12% increased damage. Shade rains down when you are hit. You will confuse nearby enemies when you are struck. So now that we've seen my loadout, let's get the first boss we'll be looking at. That will be the Ravager, a tough, dangerous golem-like boss. It can be summoned using the Ancient Medallion. Okay. Ancient Medallion. It can be spawned using the Ancient Medallion. And, of course, he just instantly drops on the player. Well, that was the Ravager. Now quite dead. A bit underwhelming, wouldn't you say? They get stronger. I don't think I did anything. I think I just sat there. So, let's take a trip to the jungle where we will fight the next boss. So here, we will be fighting the jungle dragon, Yaron. This is going to be a massive fight as Yaron is a post-Moonlord boss. So he is tougher in every way. Boop. Okay, he's here somewhere. There he is. Let's take him out, boys. Either he's invincible or I'm stupid. I think it's both. I am known to be quite stupid. Ooh. Huh? My dragon deems you an unworthy opponent. Snuff out the profane flame and destroy the god devoured to witness his true power. Oh well. Huh. I thought it'd be taller. Anyway, let's continue on to the last boss. This boss is tougher than anything we've ever seen before. Nearly unbeatable. In fact, this boss is so strong that it is considered a super boss. Although there are rumors of something more powerful. This boss would be... Well, I broke Terraria, so I guess that's Calamity. There'll be some Let's Plays on this. I can promise that. Anyway, like and subscribe, and see you next week. I wonder what happened. Why did Terraria crash? Weird. Anyway, see you next time. Guess. Technical difficulties.